Back home, we've got a taxidermist. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
Why, hello everybody. Welcome back to Sherlock Holmes Chapter One. It is very warm today, even though it is cooler inside and outside. I just came from outside. I had errands to run today. I had places to go. I tested if I could record with both my fans on, with my desk fan and my tower fan. And technically you wouldn't hear it, but I still felt comfortable not recording with both of them on. Because, I don't know, I already sound weird anyway with all the compression shit that OBS is doing to my voice. It will probably make me even sound worse. And now I gotta sneeze. Okay. It's one of those sneezes where you know it is there, but it won't come. It's just itching your nose. Last time we solved the case of the guy on the tower, the blackmailing case that turned out a Romeo and Juliet case, and Romeo's dead. He's dead. He's dead, very, very dead. And we did some stories. Did that. And now we're gonna do one of the main story, like the main scenario stories. The Muse from Abroad. So we're gonna do that. And we need to put it on the map of Bazaar Road and Hermes Avenue. Well, I found Bazaar Road. Pussy, place here. Why won't you place it? It's because it's so close to it. Coin. Fine. I'm also happy with this setup now because editing is so much easier. Cause I was spending way too much time trying to sync up my audio with my camera. It basically blew the wind from my sails to edit even further. I'd just be like, okay, you know what? Everything's synced now. I've gone through the most of my timeline. Everything is hopefully synced up. I'm done. We're just gonna render it, upload it, and I don't have to see it ever again. And now I can just not worry about that and just re-listen and rewatch what I shot and everything and edit it that way. It's less time for me. It's less stress for me. I'm happy. I'm very happy. Yeah. So we just gotta follow this road to the art gallery. Also, Frogwares is gonna start production on a new Sherlock Holmes game soon. It's not new, but it is new. Apparently, it's a remake of an older game, but actually what they're doing is pull a Final Fantasy VII and just do an entirely new game. This is the first Sherlock Holmes game I've ever played from them. The game before that was Sinking City. I never finished that because it's too spooky for me. Like, I need to put on some happy cheery music in the background for that game. For any horror game, actually. And then, but they've announced it, but they're gonna go through it through Kickstarter, because apparently, well, I think everybody knows this about Frogwares, except for me, because I don't do my research into development studios unless they're like, it's like one of those very big studios where you know they're from, like, for example, Square Enix. They're Japanese, everybody knows it. And I think a lot of them are American. Like, you'd be like, oh yeah, that one, Epic, American. Watch Epic not be American. The studio, the one that does the Unreal Engine. Watch them not be American. Like, stuff like that. I know for example, I know Blue Tea, the one that made a lot of hidden object games, especially Dark Parables. They're Chinese. I know that because I looked it up once. Like, why is there... I actually looked up when the next Dark Parable game was gonna come out. And no one has news about that because Blue Tea Games is Chinese. As you know, it's currently not going... I think they're currently like... I don't know, nobody's heard of them, so we don't know what happened to them. I think it was at the start of the... Taiwan or Hong Kong? Like that whole drama that was already a drama, but it became a more drama on the forefront and... Ooh, books. News from them stopped around that point. Nobody knows what happened to them. At least I don't know. I tried looking it up and I couldn't find anything. So, back to Frogwares. Frogwares is a development studio in Ukraine, and that's why they wanted to do a Kickstarter. I can also imagine they wanted to do a Kickstarter so they can avoid any more trouble with publishers. They've had so much drama with publishers. And people are going to say, it wasn't just drama. I'm like, if you look back at it, and like everything, it's like, yeah, I probably, doesn't matter who was in the right or wrong. I would probably be like, yeah, fuck publishers, we're gonna try and fix up our own money for this, our own funding. And if we have to do it through Kickstarter, we'll do it through Kickstarter. I mean, the guys who made the first two Suikoden movies. Oh, I know there's a coin there. Hi, kid. Made their spiritual successor through Kickstarter. It's not out yet. It's out next year, and I am gonna play the heck out of that game because Suikoden was one of those games that made my childhood. And then Konami fucked it up, as Konami does. Art gallery. Oh. Oh! Okay. Is it here? I'm just assuming. Hello? This looks like an art gallery. Oh, there's Mr. Vogel. Hello, Mr. Vogel.
Mr. Holmes, you came. Oh, how kind. Though now, of course, I realize it is because of my game, not the works on display.
It needn't be one or the other. Your man's disguise was easily debunked, Mr. Vogel, but I shall admit that you planted in me the seed of curiosity.
Ah, terrific. I had no doubt you'd put the pieces together. Let us call it an opening gambit before the real game begins.
So, this little game of yours, what's it about?
An enigma to solve. A locked area in the basement with no windows found brutally vandalized. I have no clue how it was possible.
These camera angles, they're very, they're rather tense. Yep. Describe the events.
What about this intrusion? What happened?
Last night, I was about to leave the gallery when I heard a noise downstairs. I went to the basement, but I didn't see anything out of the ordinary. It was admittedly a rudimentary inspection. It is not uncommon to get rats down there, so seeing nothing of note, I left and locked up the building. When I returned this morning, alas, I discovered that part of the exhibition had been torched, and there was no sign of the intruder. The mystery being, of course, that all the doors to the gallery were locked exactly as I left them.
And the door to the basement is the only entrance?
Correct. Tell me you're not intrigued.
What was in the basement except for that collection of paintings you just mentioned?
And this locked area downstairs, what exactly was it?
The under gallery. It's always shut, and I'm the only one with the key.
Ah, so this is your private collection, not part of the gallery.
Oh, no. It's an exclusive exhibition of eccentric pieces. Only a select cadre of artists, investors, and collectors are admitted. Not everyone deserves to have their eyes opened.
Well, this matter is certainly within my wheelhouse.
This intrusion troubles me. Please take a look around if you're willing. The under gallery is through the door at the end.
I will see what I see.
I'm just trying to stop you from showing your bum on camera. Silly cat. Silly cat. He's a bit pissy now because I didn't stop petting him. Painting of Jesus. The Yellow Christ by Paul Gauguin. Oh, I like this picture of the flowers. And is that a butterfly? Or just a sparkle of light? Grave of a suicide victim. Okay. Wilhelm Kutarbinski. It's a very... I'm not good at this. My sister-in-law is actually very good at this. At like looking at a painting and describing the warm colors, constructing the cold colors, and where your eye is drawn to. Like, she's very good at that. I went to a video game art exhibit where they displayed concept art and paintings they made for games, like the concept paintings, to be like, okay, what are the color schemes gonna be and everything, how's it gonna look? And I looked at it like, oh hey, I know this area, I know this game, I know. And she was like, she didn't know the game, she was just like, oh yeah, the rough lines and everything. She was trying to discern if it was made digitally or by hand, and eventually I started looking at like certain pieces as well. With that in mind, like, is this digitally or by hand? And then eventually I was like, this one's digitally. And she was like, why? I'm like, look at these things. Eventually you see them repeat, like a texture. And she was like, oh yeah, fascinating. But she's very good at describing the colors and what they mean, and what the different contrasts mean, and what they're trying to invoke in you. Meanwhile, I'm just like, oh, pretty colors. Pope Formosus and Stephen VI, Jean-Paul Lawrence. Yeah, this one does not have a plaque. This one doesn't have a plaque either. Guardian Spirit of the Waters, Odilon Rodon. Love and Pain, Edvard Munch. Okay. This is where I came in, right? Yeah. I haven't seen John. That's what worries me. I haven't seen John in this room. This doesn't have a tag. No. Can't look at that. No. No. I'm not monetized because I'm a hobbyist and I'm not even partner. I got 13 subscribers by the time I am recording this. But I don't want to trigger YouTube because they don't like wee-wees. Which, fair. I don't like looking at wee-wees either. I don't like looking at VJJs either as well. Luncheon on the Grass by Edouard Manet. Gotta be careful.
You sure you don't like art, Sherry?
Oh, that is perfect centering. Perfect. I hope... Oh, I might still need to...
You sure you don't like art, Sherry?
Yeah, I'm sure. The Origin of the World by Gustave Courbet. The Apparition, also Gustave Moret. That painting is like, no. And again, that statue, oh no, bums. Like, I don't think YouTube is that. Like, if you just look at art, it's like, oh no, that's okay. But you might never... I'm not sure. I don't want a community guideline strike because of a picture in a game that's technically art. Bullington from Behind. Charles Chardonnay. Oh. Luncheon on the Grass. Why did it have to be an art gallery? The AC Swinburne room.
Back home, we've got a taxidermist. He's gonna have a heart attack when he sees what I bring him.
Oh, I know this painting.
Sodden and mold-ridden. One presumes deliberately.
Shame, it's a pretty painting. Oh, a raven. Hello.
Sherry, how about some company in that dreary chamber of yours?
Leave my loneliness unbroken, John.
Aww.
A handprint of the thing from another world. But it looks fresh, and its coal origin ruins the effect of the extra mundane.
Aww. What's this? Oh. They were hiding in the casket. Is that it? That was it. The Y.E. Franco room. I do like this though. This is pretty funny, but why do I have a feeling that this shark is real?
A simplistic attempt at provocation.
That must stink massively. Having a decomposing shark in your basement. Ugh. What's this? "29 inches, 24 inches.
The left step's length is shorter than the right. It indicates that the walker was lame. Old, and hasn't been used for a long time.
Okay. Could it have gone... Could he have gone in through the coals? Or gone out? What's in here?
A true artist never shows an unfinished piece.
Mr. Vogel, do you sleep here? Why is there a bed? Why are there change? I mean, I don't judge. Go you, but why? And I find it a shame for this painting. Why? Chicken. Oh look, another famous painting. Of, the father of Zeus eating his kids.
Saturn devouring his son. Of grim composition.
Unflinching in its ferocity, yet somehow beautiful.
Though, yeah, his name was also Saturn in Roman mythology, but in Greek mythology was named... Kronos. I believe that was Kronos.
The parasites of creativity. Or just a reflection of the artist's recreational interests.
So Mr. Vogel is excited about them shrooms. Missing painting? Frame is empty.
Ugh, sheer vandalism. Only an ignorant person could do such a thing.
I probably will see it in editing that I've moved past it, but where is it? I hear it. Oh, there. A cigarette. A Malpal.
A Malpal butt.
Would that be considered... No.
Coal fingerprints. I think we're looking for a man with a coal moustache.
A coal mustache. Oh. Keep doing that to exit the scene, but it does it automatically. Is there anything here? Oh. The chain is fragile. Paintings? Is there anything else? No? This was... That's knocked over. Anyway, let's look at the case. In evidence. John and I went down to the basement of Vogel's exhibition, where his more provocative... That's his more provocative work? Well, it's a decomposing shark and the painting of Cronus eating one of his kids. Where his more provocative works of art are kept out of... Why is the painting of... I can't remember the name. I think it was the... I don't know. Why is the painting of that guy down there? That's not provocative. The rooms there are named in honor of other decadent artists. In A.C. Swinburne's room, we located a coffin with a skeleton inside, which had been slightly moved. On the coffin lid, someone had left a coal handprint. Coal footprint trail had been left on the floor in Aye Franco's room. The left step is shorter than the right, which indicates lameness. Most of the paintings in O. Wild's room has been removed from its hangers. Pile of ashes from burned paintings lying on the floor, but one of the frames appears to be empty. Near them we found a Malpal cigarette butt with a coal fingerprint. So it's a miner? Like not a miner as in kid, I mean a miner as in a hi-ho. Okay. Nothing else?
Sodden and mold-ridden. One presumes deliberately.
Why? I mean, is there nothing else? I am gonna double check here where the Well, maybe talk to Mr. Vogel again. Why is there a bed in your basement with chains? Not judging, just confused. Also, you have a painting of a butt.
I wish I could show you the gallery under different circumstances, but life is beautiful in its unpredictability, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't like you. I am sorry, Mr. Vogel, but I just don't like you. I get it. There's nothing else. Well, maybe I gotta... No, not follow the footsteps? And I know this. Nothing else here. Oh, wait. I didn't check. I.E. Franco room. Yeah. Oh!
Closed with a metal bolt.
Ah!
Footprints. Size 9.5.
And scratches. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's do this thing. No. You were checking the thing and you didn't see anything. This should be it.
The
Yay!
intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the hatch bolt. He accidentally pushed a shovel to the floor. Vogel heard the noise. At the sound of his approaching footsteps, the intruder hid inside the coffin. When Vogel entered the basement, he failed to notice anything strange and left without properly checking. The intruder waited until Vogel had left the caravanserai before burning the paintings in Wilde's room, but the vandalism was a cover for the theft.
Oh ho! And now we talk to Vogel to tell him what happened and that he was a numpty for not checking thoroughly. Hello, Mr. Vogel.
The pieces are not what I expected.
What do you think my collection is about?
Could be decay, could be decadence, could be death. I think it's about death? Because of the picture, the painting of Kronos, the decaying shark, and the coffin. I'm gonna pick the middle one because I don't know what decadence means. And I don't know.
Dozens of priceless works amassed simply for the sake of it and presented without care. It's not about the art, it's about excess, yes?
I don't know.
Well, that's absurd. Of course you know. It's your gallery.
There is no one answer, no singular truth, but many, filtered through the subjective mind. That forgetting, embellishing, lying machine. Besides, what's wrong with a lie if it makes life more interesting?
What's wrong with a lie? It corrupts the ability of others to behave freely and rationally.
Yeah, I don't
Men
like
never act
Vogel.
freely and rationally anyway. It matters not what is or isn't in the end. The only important thing is how you feel. And I simply want to feel and consume as much as I can. Don't you?
Feelings are simply one's animal ancestry trying to wrest back control of the brain. I try to avoid the distraction.
You try not to feel, even in a place like this? None of it moves you?
To be frank, I struggle to maintain even a whit of interest in art.
But Mr. Holmes, it is joy incarnate, mankind's greatest achievement.
Meh.
Mankind's highest achievement above all others is objective and rational thought.
I see then why you dislike art, for it means whatever you want it to.
Or perhaps, Mr. Vogel, I was lying.
Aha.
It's still an interesting case. I mean, my interest in art is very, does it look pretty? Or at least do I find it look pretty? Is it interesting? Then, yeah. I don't like a lot of modern art where it's basically just someone painted a circle. Or someone just threw a paint bucket at a canvas and is like, I am done! It represents the darkness in humans. And I'm like, dude, you threw a paint bucket at a canvas. What do you want? What do you want? Anyway, the case was interesting.
Mr. Vogel, my investigation has revealed that the intrusion was not merely vandalism, but theft. The limping visitor left your place with a canvas.
That's very impressive.
This thief was familiar with the gallery and he was sporting a limp.
Lip.
Do any of your clients or artists come to mind?
My, your attention to detail is remarkable, Mr. Holmes. I should introduce you to Bosch's works. Alas, I'm afraid I cannot suggest a culp.
I didn't do that. I swear. That cut out on its own. I don't know why. But I didn't press a single button, I swear. But apparently he can't suggest a culprit.
The fire was a clever attempt to hide a stolen painting, even if it didn't fool me. I found the remnants of an empty frame in the pile of ashes. The canvas had been removed. Do you know which paintings in the Wild Room may have interested a thief? Were any particularly expensive?
Those pieces belong to a well-known artist named Boniface Mercurio. They're controversial, but not of a notably high value.
Hmm.
The intruder entered the basement through the coal chute. He used a magnet to open the latch and dislodged the shovel while doing so. That's the noise you heard yesterday. When you went downstairs to investigate, he hid in the coffin.
It seems I should have checked the space more thoroughly.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, you should
something
have.
more, is there not? I can see it in your eyes.
Indeed. There is another intriguing angle. I recently received an anonymous offer for one of Mercurio's works. The sum was more than fair, and indeed could have saved Mercurio from his artistic poverty. But he declined it.
Was it a performative whim? Some artists lionize pain and hardship as if their work would be worse after a meal and a hot bath.
I cannot tell. But not only did he refuse the deal, he insisted on displaying the painting in the public space. I was hoping to change his mind, but artists are a special breed of stubborn.
Very interesting.
So where can I find Boniface Mercurio?
I know he lives somewhere in Old City, but couldn't be more specific. He's a prominent figure, so finding him shouldn't be a problem.
Can you describe the painting?
What was depicted in the piece?
A bound woman, wrapped in robes, being penetrated by a red devil that stared at us, the viewer. The beast had numerous tails growing from his back, and a large crowd gathered around the pair, silently watching the orgiastic scene.
Okay, well, given the nature of the other works on display, it's hard to see why that one stood out. What could possibly be its value?
The evaluation of art is very subjective, Mr. Holmes. After all, art is everything. A poem, a bruise, the beads of sweat on your beloved skin. Even a masterfully solved crime.
I'm not sure I see the connection.
Regardless, the painting was one of a series called The Sabbath Night in Cordona. The works depict sex, violence, and other controversial acts that life, for better or worse, contains.
Ah, I see.
I'm not sure that you do, but that can wait for another time.
Well, I believe I have enough to begin. Thank you, Mr. Vogel. Your gallery certainly has unexpected depths.
I'm delighted to have been able to please a friend. In return, I expect you to come back with good news. Or at least with a good story.
Yeah, if I were big, or at least big enough to be partnered and monetized, this episode surely would not be monetized. Even though I put a warning in front of every video that this game is rated 16 because of mentions of the dance with no pants. And that painting, I hope I will not see it in this game. Because then I would need to censor it. Depending on how graphic that painting is, I might need to censor it. Well. Hello, Jan. I think I need to go to the City Hall for that part. To look out where the Mr. Mercurio lived. And I hope I will never, I really hope I don't ever have to see, at least not in this game.
The treasures await you. Collect them all and return for more.
'Cause, yeah. That's the thing. The numbers. Oh my god, I'm yawning. A bit of a yawning today. Oh. I can just run because there's nobody. No, John? Vogel said that the artist Boniface Mercurio lives somewhere in Old City, but he doesn't know where exactly. He also mentions that Mr. Mercurio is a prominent person. Citizens? Occupation? Old City? I know it's Old City. Can you go back? No. No, I am gonna turn. Maybe births. Maybe it is occupations. Other businesses? Marriage? Yes, it is Old City. Oh god. Yeah. He still looks a little bit happy here, but... I'm sorry, John. I always struggle. I can't find it. Do I want to look it up? I don't know. You can see a little record light of my mic. Deaths? I'm gonna look it up. I'm only recording for 38 minutes. And I'm already looking it up. Okay. Remember the first, well, not the first story case. I think one where I was struggling in the police office because I couldn't find it. It's happening again. Where I had to be at the city hall, but I was at the police station. It happened again. Only this time, I didn't need to be at city hall. I need to be at the papers. I had to be at the papers. At the Cardona Chronicles. Yeah. Great. Amazing. Where are the Cardona Chronicles? It's right there. How unhappy is John? Oh no, he does not look happy.
Mr. Holmes, I have something for you.
Do you?
Mr. Holmes, I see what you're up to. Mysterious stranger pursues betrothed woman. But please, let us keep things professional. I have in my possession an envelope containing details of a special assignment for you. Tell me, are you interested?
I am.
I believe I am, but to be very clear, Miss Sertle, my interest extends to the message and not the messenger.
So he claims he's not a gal sneaker, seducing women everywhere he goes. Perhaps the truth is even more scandalous?
What?
Please spare me
Does
the
he that he
speculation,
doesn't
return
like
to the
any
message
kinds of
A
play?
gang of smugglers, the Eels, have Cordona in their clammy grip. The British Empire can abide it no longer. Mycroft insists they be disbanded. But this organization only falls with the capture of their odious leader, Friedrich Panzer. And note well, I did say capture, not kill. Inside your envelope is a map marked with the Eels' warehouses. But alas, we do not know in which Friedrich Panzer resides.
So even Mycroft has his limits.
Indeed. You must be sure to identify the correct warehouse before entering, because once one is compromised, the other's occupants will scatter. Here are all the files, and feel free to use the archive too. Again, do not enter the wrong location, nor see any harm done to Friedrich Panzer.
Miss Ertl, if you're quite done with the redundant instructions, I shall get to work.
Well, that's perfect. Tortured hero lashes out after rejected romance. Tomorrow's edition will be a sensation.
I'm not interested. I'm not interested in men. I'm not interested in women. I'm not interested in the non-binary. I'm only interested in kisses. There. Though, actually, I just don't care. I can be interested in people. Alright, just right now, I'm like... yeah. Meh. Anyway. Celebrities. Old City. Recent? Aha! The past week has brought us a new scandal regarding the local so-called artistic higher society. It all began at the painting sell-out named by local artists as the Dance of Decadence. The director of a publishing house, the lion Darren Turek, broke the idol by throwing a chair at the decadent artist Boniface Mercurio. As Mr. Turek said later, he did it because Mr. Mercurio brought dishonor to his name. The column writer graciously reminds the reader that recently Mr. Mercurio was spotted with Mrs. Turwick at a coffee shop. Oh. Afterwards, an orchestra conductor Kurt Gallagher smashed a painting across Mr. Turwick's head to protect his friend Mercurio. Nope. A large brawl started, including a large number of the customers. After a protracted fight, the police arrived. All the high society brawlers were arrested and placed under guard for a week. What a breathtaking event it was. As your loyal personal advisor, I suggested you obtain a souvenir from the sellout. Unfortunately, it has since ended, but Boniface Mercurio... Boniface himself invites our readers to visit his home and purchase one of his paintings. You will find him at the address Hermes Avenue between Scarlet Street and Olive Street in Old City. Now we know where he lives. Pin Place. Scarlet Street. I know. Oop, Old City. This was Hermes Avenue. Bakery Street. So, here. New location? Warehouse number 3? Where? Also, I gotta go to a newspaper stand, because I want to know what the discussion... So I'm gonna... Am I going the right way? Yeah. And we're gonna sprint to Newspaper Boy. Newspaper Boy! Ah, Newspaper Boy.
Extra, extra! Ridley rubbed out. The General's son murdered by another Marine.
Oh!
Interested in some Cordona news?
Yes, please.
Check the front page. You won't regret it.
Visions of the past. History. Chief Inspector. Oh yeah. Consequences. Ridley rubbed out. The sudden death of Mark Ridley, son of General Arthur Ridley, has shaken Cordona. Authorities are quickly arrested another Royal Marine, Anthony Harris. Oh, poor Anthony. For the murder. Mr. Harry was found at his post near the Old City Bridge Tower, a few yards from the site of... Oh, it's the guy that was at the door. Per police source, the alleged motive for this vile crime was trivial, envy. Mr. Harris proclaimed his innocence but failed to convince a jury and has been oh no! Has been sentenced to death. Mr. Ridley's body will be returned to his hometown of Zebes for burial. Oh no! Well, that sucks. And now we're gonna fast travel. I'm just gonna fast travel here to Hava Watchtower. Oh, there is another M mystery. It's right here. Look, it's right here. Oh well. We're doing story. I don't know what that person said. Am I going the right way? Yeah. Just need to go down these stairs. And go to a lift. Prizes! Backgammon tournament. Backgammon? Boniface and Mercuria residence. Where? There are no signs. Is it here? Is this it? I assume it is.
Excuse me, young man. Where do you think you're going?
Greetings, ma'am. I'm looking for the...
I don't care who you're looking for. You shall not pass. No visitors allowed.
I wish to buy a painting from Mr. Boniface Mercurio. Is he at home?
Boniface.
Dearie, tell me, because old age has made me blind. Did someone write Information Bureau on my forehead? Because I'm not here to answer your questions. Entry is for residents only. If you aren't a resident, please leave, or I shall report you to the police.
I just want to talk.
No visitors allowed.
Oh, I have to disguise myself. Okay. Inventory? Do you think I'd need to do that one? I can dress as a woman. Use a fez or glasses help. I'll use glasses anyway. The beard. And maybe? Hello?
No visitors allowed.
I'm not a stand as unkept as an bohemian. So I need to dress as a hobo? Well, let's try and dress as a hobo. Casual detective. I think this was hobo. Big bruises. That does nothing. That does nothing. Fez does nothing. That does shit. Oh wait, no, that's the worker outfit. Oh, come on, I have hobo. Maybe maybe this will work. I don't know.
No visitors allowed.
Ugh. Let's try this again. Let's try worker then. This on. It doesn't work. Mustache? Mustache does nothing. Beard. I wonder if that woman is like, there are so many people coming in and out.
No, visitors allowed.
I'm gonna look it up again. Okay, so I basically need to dress up as the guy. Well, I don't know that. I am not thinking like that. I am just so... Ah! I saw you in peripheral of my camera. Here. There we go. Oh, you've been on the windowsill for a while. You're warm, baby. You've been warm. Okay, let us go. Make upstairs. Like, it's pretty obvious, like, why not just dress as the person? But I'm just a numpty. Yeah, you've been laying in the sun for a while, baby. Like, very warm.
Nice affordable clothes.
Don't miss out
Step
on the
right
best
up.
carpets on the island.
Do you got more?
I'm afraid I have nothing to offer, except my company.
Let's pick something that suits you.
Okay. Office casual. Become a bureaucrat after filing the necessary paperwork. Bohemian. If you've got it, flaunt it. Ooh, street brawler. Confidence is half the battle. And then the messy hair. Leave me alone, Mom. Leave me alone. Designer stubble. Effortless cool. With only an hour of daily maintenance. Oh. Okay. Any makeup? Scarred face. Even mother wouldn't recognize you. Artist tan powder. More expensive than normal dirt. But it's only 5
A good
minutes.
choice. A good choice.
Don't miss out on the best carpets on the island.
And now we go back to that house. And then that woman will be... Oh, darling. You can't believe how many people came inside. And then went back outside because I told them, no visitors allowed. I can't pronounce it. Bona baby. Oh, wrong way. I need to go this way. There the house. There be the house. No, that was not the house. Here's the house. Hello, I'm home.
Boniface, sweetie. Is that you?
Boniface.
Old age does terrible things to one's sight. I didn't recognize you at first.
How are you, Mum? I'm ashamed to admit that I've lost my key. Do you have a spare?
For heaven's sake, how many times will you lose that key of yours? Of course I have a spare. You artists all live in your own little world.
Please, accept my thanks.
I would rather accept your rent. You promised to pay me several weeks ago and I'm still waiting.
I will pay you, I promise, very soon.
You'd better do, my dear. Or else I'll just change the lock. And I won't fall for those cow eyes.
So, she is his landlady. And he's giving the smolder. Like the smolder. So he can skip out on rent. Ah. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, he is dead. He is very dead. The knife is missing. Blue cloth fibers.
It appears the wine was truly awful.
Camera?
I wonder where he got that fancy camera.
That is a fancy camera for the time. A very fancy camera.
Despite the overall tendency towards mess, you cannot sit with the drawer pulled out like this. Someone left it after searching.
Oh, there's that painting. Oh yeah, I probably would need to censor that.
Red skin, tails on the back. Reminds me of Werner's description of the stolen painting.
Well, actually, it doesn't look that bad, but...
The chest has been searched. Aunt May whiskey, brandy bucks. Quite a collection he had here.
What's this?
The blood has dried.
I've heard of this style of painting. It is called expressionism.
Is Sherry losing his mind? Well, time to look at the body.
Judging by post-mortem rigidity, the body lay here for 1 or 2 days.
And that old woman didn't know? Nope.
Could be the murder weapon.
Okay.
The wound is precise. It was inflicted by a razor or a knife.
Did he step out of life himself? Did he require no assistance?
Soaked in blood. It seems as if the puddle of blood was here before the rags.
Anything here? Anything in his shoes? Yeah, check that. Oh, wait.
A normal kitchen knife.
Well, he did. He very did. Oh, he develops his own
The photograph
photos.
was not pulled out in time. Such a waste of material.
Yeah. Oh.
Look at this, John. Isn't it our stolen demon?
I'm not done yet. Oh, look, a toilet. Two days. 2 days. Okay, so he was developing photos. Okay. He didn't steal it himself. He's been dead for 2 days. Maybe?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate. You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I know, John, you're not happy with me. Curier's body lay on the floor in his room. Blood from his cut throat covered the floor. I found a kitchen knife and bloody rags near the body. I spotted bruises on his knuckles. Judging by his post-mortem rigidity, he had been laying there for 1 or 2 days. Let's say he did kill himself.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I didn't want to change that one. I wanted to change this one.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
I am sorry. I am going to look it up again. Okay. Wait. It is this one. And then this one.
Mercurio was developing photographs when the intruder snuck in. Mercurio heard him coming. While the thief was searching the chest, the painter ran towards him with a bottle in his hand. He smashed it across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself, and the weapon of opportunity happened to be a kitchen knife. Mercurio stepped aside to grab the painting, but the wine-blinded thief attacked Mercurio's throat. When the thief came to his senses, he saw Mercurio bleeding on the floor. He grabbed the rags and tried to bandage him, but it was too late.
So he didn't want to
Why
kill
did
Mercurio.
attempt to snatch the painting in the middle of a fight? To strike the intruder? Not with his painting, it was too important to him.
Let's see now. Okay. Mercurio's murder wasn't the thief's goal. We know that. Mercurio was in the middle of developing photographs when the murder intruder snuck in. The thief attempted to search for something inside the chest, but the artist heard him enter and ran towards him with a wine bottle in his hands. He smashed the bottle across the thief's head. The intruder had no choice but to defend himself. I don't know.
It's time for some chemical magic, John.
Chemical magic. Oh yeah, I can't change. I know. No. Casebook. So we need a 6. A -10. And a -3. I think this. They added new buttons. Aha! -10. And now we have a 6, and now we need a -3. -4. There we go. There we go. Success. I've managed to erase the blood by using chemicals. It's a still life painting of Mercuria's room. Okay. In evidence?
That doesn't look like the painting we need, Sherry.
As expected, but that doesn't mean it won't tell us anything. Let's put it on the easel where it belongs.
It's a puzzle.
I guess this is his most ordinary painting. Spot the two differences, John?
Yeah, just walk through the blood.
If the intruder didn't take it, the skull should be somewhere here. Nothing behind it.
What else is there? Where would the skull be? Is the skull in the toilet? Ah, there it is.
Monster was actually a man. Poor girl. John, you ought to be thrilled. We are now hunting the devil himself.
What were you saying, Sherry? I was too busy sketching the scene, you know, crimes and such like, daily routine. Did you find something?
A photograph. It depicts a man in a red suit with tails sprouting from his back and multiple people in masks watching the scene. It all adds up. But the act of love, it wasn't given willingly, John. It was a violation. And the girl, she was with child.
Give that to me now. Did you recognize someone?
No. Although the victim is not from Cordona, she is African. Look at the ritual scars on her face.
Get that image out of your brain. You have to continue the investigation.
I must speak to the landlady. Perhaps she saw or heard something.
Sherry, you cannot tell her the truth about Mercurio. It will hurt her.
John, that's illogical. Sooner or later, she will come here and discover a corpse, and I still need to talk to her.
Just avoid mentioning corpse, all right? Stick to the character, tell her to call the police.
I'll take that into account.
And wait here. I've redrawn the people in the photograph. Now you can proceed with your investigation without those horrific details.
Thank you, John, because... Oh, I'm so... Well, I can imagine that the developers of this game would be like, yeah, that's going too far. I mean, that painting alone. I mean, knowing the history now behind that painting, the way he described it...
What's wrong, dear? You look like you've
Aye.
seen a ghost.
Can you tell me if anyone else has recently entered the flat?
Oh, you're talking about that limping man. I'm sorry I let him in. I was scared. And I thought maybe he would motivate you to find money so that you would pay your rent. No offense, dear.
Can you describe him?
Oh, so you weren't at home. I was so certain you didn't leave your flat that day. He was of average height, had a limp and a tattoo on his neck, and he was smoking Malpal cigarettes.
Malpal.
My husband used to smoke those. They have a horrible smell I can recognize from a mile away.
Can I ask a favor?
Of course, dearie.
Please call the police and ask them to enter the flat. And don't look inside until they come up.
What? What trouble have you stepped in this time?
It really doesn't matter. Thank you, Mum.
Yeah. Recreating that last scene was torture. Sherlock knows I cannot do it by myself. Is he trying to make fun of me? I don't think so, John. Were it not for his mastery of disguise, Sherlock would almost certainly have been caught. Thank goodness he got away with it. Yeah. John has redrawn the photograph of a violation that I found at Mercurio's place. In the painting, he depicts a pregnant woman with tribal scars on his face. At Mercurio's place, we found a photograph of a vile act perpetrated on a young woman by a debauched man. John has sketched the abuser for a reference, depicting him in a red suit with a tail. Oh, new case. Eel hunting. Yeah. He was trying to look for that photograph. The visitor's intention might have been to locate the terrible photograph. The curious murderer and the gallery thief are the same person. The thief was at Mercurio's flat to steal the photograph, but found Mercurio instead and killed him in self-defense. He wants to get rid of all the evidence of that event.
Phew, Sherry, that was close. But you did everything correctly. Now, take off your outfit. I can't let you walk around in a dead man's clothes.
Yeah, good idea, John. Can we remove the stubble? Thank you.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Sorry, but I never heard of this.
Maybe I can go back inside? Probably not.
You're acting so strange today, dear. I hope someday you'll let me inside that head of yours.
I don't think the game was actually expecting me to go back inside and talk to that woman.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you, friend.
Okay, but who can?
Excuse me, just one question.
Why should I care about your troubles when you don't care about mine?
Oh, I am bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Well, I am sorry, John. But where would I need to go? I need to talk to people. Oh. Fine, let's, what kind of person was a worker? Okay, I need to wear working clothes. And a working hat. Glasses to shit. Stubble works. Maybe now you'll talk to me.
May I ask for your assistance?
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
I need to... Oh, I don't want to keep looking it up, but I probably will if I can't find it. Can you?
Do you know anything about this?
I wish I could help you, mister, but I can't.
About you.
Help me, please.
I like you, friend, but I can't help you.
This isn't working. You might need a different tack.
Yeah. Which tact? I don't know, John. The game is not really holding my hand. Is this that place with the rickshaw? Or am I just... I'm sorry. Maybe Mr. Vogel knows. Let's try. Doubtful, but let's try. Mr. Vogel. Hi.
I think I'll leave the exhibition in its current state for a while. I'll call it The Art of Vandalism.
Okay, so you don't know. Why is there an axe in this closet? Books or no? Fine. Fine. Because I'm getting like little to no hints. Okay, I need to talk to women. Ma'am. Ma'am.
Help me, please.
Excuse my ignorance, but I have no idea.
Do you know, ma'am? Ma'am?
May I ask you something?
Excuse my ignorance, but I have no idea.
You're not dressed the same. I need to look for a woman who is dressed the same as that lady. Maybe girl?
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
No, I haven't heard about that.
Mr. Goose, do you know the answer? Ah! There! There! Oh no, it's a kid.
Help me, please.
Oh, I've heard talk.
Aha! That kid worked. The scars on the girl's face seem to be from U's ethnic group tribe. The only place where you can find U's people in Cordona is a refugee camp located under Victoria Bridge between Scaladio and Silverton. Thank you! Scaladio and Silverton. This is Silverton. I've never been here. Oh, the Thor Bridge. Iron Bridge. Pilgrim's Bridge. Stevenson Bridge. Rolling Brick. Victoria Bridge. Right? Scaladio and Silverton. So, here. Come on! Okay. And now we fast travel.
Treasure maps from the governor. Find 8 and come back for more.
Nah, I'm good. Oh, hi, John. Are you painting? Oh, look, a blimp. That's a blimp. The Drinking Dutchman. I need to get under the bridge.
Did you hear another sailor's drowned on the beach? What?
Find out where and why the sailor drowned. No. I was guessing. A sailor was found drowned on the beach by the cemetery. People are talking about sirens, but that's just superstitions. Or is it? New location. And a new
Does
case.
this poster truly claim that Cordona has a ghost?
New location ghost center. Where's that poster?
Unholy howls keeping you inside at night? Luigi can help. All ghosts gone. Meet on Southern Pier of the Silverton Port. Donations gratefully accepted.
Is that a reference to Luigi's
This
Mansion?
town loves the supernatural, but all I see is another scam to disprove.
Hey, don't you
No
dis-
shrivels under a skeptic's eye. That's why you're so sullen, Sherry. You leave no room for delight in the magical.
I delight in making the unknown known. Let us begin by asking someone about the poster and then pay this Luigi a visit to the port.
Luigi. Of the Mario Brothers. Don't diss the Luigi's Mansion, Sherlock. Those ghosts are real. They're scary. Not really that scary. I am running way too far away from the bridge. It's a very short bridge. Oh. No, that's just an entrance into the Drinking Dutchman. Yeah, there we go. Okay, also no. Try the other side of the bridge. Ah, blood! Probably not important.
Hello.
Hello. And I think I saw stairs around here. Hello.
Beasts!
Oh. I hope the woman is not dead.
Murderers!
They're completely livid.
Hello.
Sir, this place is off limits to the public. Please state your business or leave, or I shall request that the police escort you out.
My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking for a witness for a case.
A private investigator? Really? Even so, you're not authorized. I can't let you in.
And you are?
I'm Ronald Harlow, here to handle the refugee situation on behalf of City Hall. I'm the acting supervisor here, so I have full authority here to ask you to leave, or I shall order the police to detain you for trying to pass the blockade. Please, step back.
Observe. Works indoors, poor lighting. Wants to look authoritative. Slight moustache, tries to appear older. Sweating, stressed. Sedentary? Ronald Harlow is a pale young clerk who tries his best to oversee a refugee camp assigned to him by City Hall. He is not very happy with such a responsibility, but he always does things by the book and executes all tasks he is given. However, he lacks the experience to deal with problems outside his writing desk. He is attempting to look older than his years by growing a scant moustache. Pale skin and bags under his eyes suggest he works at a poorly lit office, which he rarely leaves, judging by his clean and barely worn shoes. He craves to look authoritative by wearing smart clothes, but his look is out of place considering Cordona's weather. Sweaty palms suggest that Ronald is extremely stressed by being outside of his... You know what? I'm just gonna do the Ace Formalist.
What about the murder that this crowd keeps shouting about?
It's mere assumption. I assure you that the situation is under the police's control.
I know you want to deal with this in the right way. You are obviously a professional and a responsible person, but you clearly have never handled a situation like this before.
I am handling it, Mr. Holmes. Don't question my capability here.
And tell me how you do it. You can't even calm this gathered crowd, and as for the police, they're not quite managing it either, are they? You consider yourself a problem solver, but until today, you've been solving problems sitting at your desk in a dark corner of a city hall room. Here, you need a more practical approach.
What are you driving at, Mr. Holmes?
Let me do my job.
I can help you to handle the situation if you're truly interested in solving things quickly and quietly.
And how exactly would you manage that?
Simply tell the police that I'm with City Hall and I'm permitted to investigate the scene. I'll work out the rest, but in return I need your help finding my witness. She's a young refugee. She's with child or was with child recently.
Look, there is indeed a dead body inside the camp. So even if the girl you are looking for is there, all the refugees are now being detained and interrogated by the police. They won't allow you to speak with her, and I can't do anything about that until the situation settles down.
So it's in our mutual interest to settle it.
Oh. I suppose that things are bad enough that I ought not shy away from help. All right, Mr. Holmes. I'll tell the police to allow you to come inside. Just tell me when you're ready.
How did the refugees get
Mr.
here?
Harlow, how did the refugees end up here exactly?
Oh, so you're not from around here yourself?
I've been away for some time, but I read the papers.
Yes, this whole story has been in the papers for almost a year now. They were smuggled to Cordona on a ship from Africa.
Smuggled? Then why didn't you deport them?
The smugglers managed to sneak them to shore and hide them inside an abandoned warehouse. When the police raided the warehouse and found the refugees there, the ship was already gone. We aren't even certain as to which ship it was. We have busy shipping routes with other colonies these days, you see.
So you decided to lock them up under a bridge?
There was no other option. We're still trying to work out what to do with them. I only hope we'll find a humane solution and not put them on a raft and float them out to sea.
You work with the camp?
Mr. Harlow, what exactly do you do here? What are your responsibilities?
What I do and what I am responsible on paper.
Oh, that
I'm
was
in
me.
charge of the camp territory, security, provision, and the refugees in general. What I actually do most of the time is knock on every city hall door trying to obtain some funding, or at least rations for the camp.
Are the police here on City Hall's behalf too?
They are, minus those who came here after the body was found. The governor won't let the refugees disperse into the island, so there's a significant police presence guarding the camp. Naturally, they answer directly to the police. I have some influence here, but I'm not their direct authority.
Oh, let's go in.
I'm ready to take a look at the scene.
All right. Go inside the camp and find Inspector Tewkesbury. He's the officer investigating the scene. Tell him I sent you. Say you're an independent expert from City Hall. He'll fill in the details for you.
I'll find my way with words. Thank you, Mr. Harlow.
Facebook. In. Also, I'm gonna change back into fancy smancy. Fancy smancy outfit.
So they keep these refugees under a bridge like proverbial trolls. No wonder the people outside are so disturbed.
Who the hell are you? How did you get in here?
Through the
Mr.
front
Ronald
door.
Harlow, let me in, sir. I'm Sherlock Holmes, a surveyor of refugee affairs with City Hall. You're Inspector Tewkesbury, I presume?
A surveyor? What does that even mean?
In short, I've been sent to conduct an extensive report on the incident for the Colonial Office and to assess all the damage inflicted on state property.
Got it. Another paperworm sent to count money and get food for archive mold. Go on, look around, but don't make yourself too at home. As if I didn't have enough problems before you appeared.
Could you first tell me what happened here?
What happened? People from the bridge above the camp heard a woman screaming and
Oh,
saw
no.
a mass of refugees attacking a man. Clearly not a refugee. When the camp guards came by, the man was floating in the sewage canal with a knife in his chest. Bam. A murder. Big news for Cordona.
I'm sure. Thank you, Inspector.
Any other victims?
And none of the refugees were harmed?
One fellow was cut. He's lying over there near their kitchen. He's in a bad way.
Very
You mentioned
bad
a
way.
woman screaming who attracted the bypassers on the bridge. Was she harmed?
No, she's all right, but perhaps the whole debacle started because of her. She started wailing and the refugees stood up for the girl.
And where is this young woman now?
Back there in the shacks, same as the rest of the refugees. She's being questioned by my men, but she's just some refugee girl. Can't understand much English.
Oh. You'll feel bad for the girl.
Do you have any suspects yet?
You're joking, right? I've got a whole camp full of suspects. And if you ask me, this bloke had it coming. Better bury him and forget about the whole thing. And now there's a crowd gathered at the camp, and my superiors say we must thoroughly interrogate the refugees. At least those who can understand any English.
Do you believe that your superiors wish to get rid of the refugees?
I think that both our superiors would rather keep the story quiet. Since that's an unaffordable luxury now, they're looking how to protect their public image. That's why I have to waste my time waiting for my people to turn every stone and befriend every refugee.
I wonder if the dead man is the thief and the accidental murderer of the artist, then that man might also be the one on the picture. So if that is the case, that it is the man on the picture, then good riddance. You don't do that to a woman, let alone a girl. No.
Did you learn anything about the dead man?
The fellow looks like a thug. I've had dozens like him fished out of the sea over the past 20 years. Ever since these refugees arrived, there have been people on Cordona with bad blood in them. My best bet is that this thug had something against them too.
And no clue as to his identity?
He had some items on his body, but nothing to indicate who he was or where he was from.
I think I should catalogue his possessions in my records.
Go on. They're on the table near the body.
Well, let us go then.
Here we go again. Number of hours on Cordona before stumbling upon another dead body? 0.
John. Evidence number 3.
Someone bled profusely here.
Yeah.
A fresh crack, as if the crate was hit recently.
Okay. Small trench in
A
sand.
furrow in the ground.
While bleeding kept
A
moving.
blood trail leading to or from the canal. Clearly a left handprint here. Police boots. Always happy to trample evidence. A heavy boot with a worn-out sole. A man's footprint.
A man's footprint? Okay. So that you can tell. Oh, I had to be on the other side of the table.
Malpal.
Ah!
Salt water.
It was our thief and accidental murderer.
£1,000. A fair sum, especially considering British currency isn't very common in Cordona. A simple leather sheath. Perfect for a dirk.
Well, there is our thief. With the tattoo, so he was...
tattoo. Does it mean something?
That means he was also the guy in the picture. He's the devil.
A steel dirk. Sharp. A common accessory among sailors and soldiers.
The priest and the fingernails.
Coal dust under the nails. I don't see much coal around here. Heavy boots. with one soul far more worn than the other. This man was limping John.
Can I examine anything else? Oh.
I'd say the blade penetrated upward, however the wound is too messy to be certain. A violent death. But this man, limping. Coal dust. I think we're onto something here, John.
Hi, John. So, the thief wanted to remove all evidence of the event where he did something unspeakable to a pregnant girl. I don't know the age yet of the girl. She could be teenage years, 16 and up, or younger, which makes it even worse. It's just worse all around. So he went to steal the painting. Then he went back to the artist. Or then he went to the artist. Accidentally killed him. Because he was just trying to look for the picture that is the proof of the painting. And then he went to the girl to get rid of her too.
Oh, carnelian agate beads. A traditional African adornment. The blood sprayed off the blade after the strike.
But I think the girl might have fought back and took the blade from him and stabbed him. Up.
It might have been used as an improvised weapon. No hint of blood or impact.
That's what I believe happened. At least. Oh.
He is in shock, feverish and dehydrated.
Get him some water!
The cut is deep, potentially serious if not treated immediately.
Sherry, you know first aid. Surely you have a duty to help this man. You can't leave him to certain death.
Okay. Pin this, because I am gonna try and help that man. Something to disinfect. Come on.
Just washed. Better than nothing to bandage the wound.
Nope. No. Can I pick it up? Nope. Please. Something to clean the wound, something to disinfect. Plus a... So now I need to find whiskey. It's here. Boiled water clean.
I'll use it to create a solution.
These. Nothing else here. What else do I need? Something to disinfect with. So I still need like alcohol or something. Look at all them chickens. Oh. Come on. Do I have to stand on top of the body for me to look at that?
I'm afraid these leaves can only be added to tea.
Ah. Oh! Aloe vera.
I can use this to stop the infection from spreading. I've plated all the ingredients, now to prepare the first aid solution.
Inventory. Why do I do inventory? I need chemical analysis. -2, 1, and 2. And then minus a subtract and another minus and then a mixie and then another mixie and then a third mixie. Oh wait, no, I don't need a third. There we go. Oh. Come on. I needed another minus. Oh, wait. Wait. This. Yes! There we go. Done it. And now to go back to that guy and help him out and become a friend of the refugees.
Thank you. This should make you feel better, my friend. Now remain lying down and drink as much water as you can.
Well done, Sherry. At least he won't die from the infection.
Yeah, good job just popping in there, John. Okay, back to the case.
Someone was dragged against their will.
Probably the girl.
You know what? I'd like to understand.
The refugees have been detained.
How did our dead man end up inside the camp in the first place?
Clarified. Back off.
I need to talk to the girl. Pin evidence. Boat? Unlikely.
It's unlikely anyone could get in or out of the camp by water without alerting the police guards.
Oh. Hello, policeman that also just popped there out of nowhere. Wait, I think I already know. Sewers?
If they find out about the passage, everything will go to hell.
Come on, let me snoop. Find out what the passage is for. Ah, okay. Okay.
If they find out about the passage,
Nope. Nope. Money, Syria, take refugees out. Police officers are worried that the situation with the dead body will put the camp into strict lockdown and they will lose the money flow they were earning from their scheme.
nobody will know anything if you keep your bloody mouth shut.
The coppers smell fishy here, Sherry. Perhaps we should sniff around in the camp a little. Sherry, just look at this. Living quarters in a sewer. What kind of a genius bureaucrat came up with this idea?
I don't know. But let's look at that grate.
Sealed shut. I doubt our man could get through these grates.
Then there is another passage in. But it's not the grate. It's not the boat. Maybe there's a passage here. No. Sure, certainly is not there. Where would it have... Maybe it is somewhere in the sewer. But I just can't see it. Because I'm blind. I mean, there's nothing else here. Hi.
Is this familiar to you?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Yeah, of course you don't.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
What about you?
May I ask for your assistance?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Well,
everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
They're looking at me,
You
John.
know what you're doing.
No, I don't.
You still here?
The guards at the sewers were speaking about taking refugees out of the camp. Do you know anything about this, Inspector?
Less than you do, obviously.
And this doesn't bother you as an officer of the law?
I can neither punish them nor put them on the right track, if that's what you're asking. Maybe your friends at City Hall could do something about it, but I seriously doubt that. To be honest, I'm sick and tired of being frowned on for my uniform. If those fine gentlemen you've eavesdropped on are in some shady business, that's on their heads.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm busy. Don't you have papers to fill? City Hall lubberheads.
Could you tell me?
Back off.
Oh, come on, this is a... It's not a good case. The dead man from the refugee camp was the same person who had broken into Vogel's meme. Okay, well, back to pinning. How did he get in? Talk to you again.
I hope I'm not making a grave mistake in trusting you, Mr. Holmes.
Who isn't allowed to visit the crime scene these days?
Wait. I thought I... Malpal!
A single Malpal butt.
So he came in from the front. Did he come in from the front? No.
Roadman cigarettes. A brand highly regarded by law enforcement officers. So there wasn't any sophisticated infiltration plan. The good old police just let the man into the camp. Now we have everything we need to get the full picture of what happened at the camp.
Okay. Okay. Now we do this. Nothing there? Okay. Let's start at number 7. Yeah. What are the other ones? Oh wait. What if he wasn't kidnapping her? No, he was definitely dragging her away. And she was wailing, so... And then this happened. It's just the game pitying me. Yeah, I think this is it, and then...
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Maybe he fell in?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Yeah, I know, John.
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
So, we have a thug who came to take a refugee woman with him. She resisted, but he dragged her by force. One of the refugees stood in his way, armed with a stick, yet he could do nothing against a cutthroat with a blade. The man didn't anticipate that the other refugees would intervene and stand against him. In the confusion, the woman managed to break free. The thug took fright and fled. He was stopped by the falling crates. He stumbled and fell, piercing his chest with his own blade.
It was an
However,
accident.
The wound didn't cause instant death. He managed to stand, but still bleeding, he lost his balance on the bridge and fell.
So it wasn't a murder.
Before all of this, the man had freely entered the camp through the main entrance. The police admitted him after they had a short smoke together.
You live by the sword, you die by the sword. In our man's case, it's the same sword.
So I think now we talk to these two again. Oh, hi John. Thank you for popping in.
Mr. Harlow, your refugees didn't murder anyone.
What? Pray tell me what you've learned.
All right, listen carefully. This might solve one problem for you, but will create a few more.
Oh, well, that's a great start.
The man came to the camp intending to kidnap one of your refugees, a woman. What he didn't expect was that the refugees would stand up to protect the woman. A brawl had broken out. In the chaos of it, the man stumbled over those crates and fell on his own blade.
How do you know he fell on his own blade?
The wound in his chest was inflicted from an unusual angle. It was not an offensive stab, shall we say. The refugees didn't touch him. And judging by the blood at the scene, the intruder managed to raise himself but was unable to walk very far. He ultimately fell into the canal.
But how did he sneak into the camp? Why didn't the police see him?
And this is where your new problems emerge, Mr. Harlow.
What do you mean?
You're not a dull-witted man. You know what I mean. There is no feasible way to get into the camp without the police guards knowing of it.
The pile of mess I had to sort out has just become bigger, but somehow that doesn't surprise me. Anyway, I thank you for your help, Mr. Holmes. I'll take it from here. Meanwhile, I'll make sure the police aren't detaining the refugees any longer. You can go back in and look for your witness.
Yay!
One small clock can make any difference in this place.
Who knows, John? Just one ill-fitting cog could make the whole machine crumble.
Could be. Hello, I'm looking for a girl. I'm not trying to kidnap her.
You're the one who tended to our man's wounds. I thank you greatly. The police didn't allow us to help him.
The police will leave you alone now. I've proven to them that the man who came into the camp died due to his own foolishness.
Thank you for standing up for us. But nobody would help us without a reason. You're here because you want something.
Yes, I do. I need to speak with the girl drawn here.
The dead man came for her too. He wanted to take the girl away, but we won't allow her to be hurt again. What do you want from Nayla?
Nayla. She was hurt some time ago. I'm here to find the people who did this and bring them to justice. And to find them, I need Nayla's help. Will you let me speak to her?
Justice. There's no justice on this land. But you helped us, so maybe your words are not empty. You can speak to Nayla, if she wants it. But I will be watching you.
Fair enough.
Hello, Nayla? My name is Sherlock. I know someone hurt you. I am here to help. I'm trying to find the people involved and bring them to justice. Please. There is a photograph, and I'm sorry, it is terrible, but I simply must ask. Where did this happen? What can you tell me about these people? Christ, Sherlock.
Talking to yourself, Sherry.
Nayla, I'm sorry. I'm not very good at this.
You come here for me, but you are rude and cruel and condescending. A cross. The man had this cross. Now go away. Leave us be. I do not need another white man's help.
Fair enough. Very fair enough.
Oh, glad that wasn't me.
Not my best work, John, by a long shot. Nayla doesn't want us meddling. I'm starting to wonder what this all achieves.
But she helped you anyway. Now we know that maniac's face and the cross he wore, we can still catch him.
Like, I can imagine. So, the thug was not the defiler, he was just in the same group. Badges such as these are usually awarded to high-ranking officials. The defiler from the photograph might be one. Okay, but I'm not. The thug wanted to kidnap the girl. The thug came to the camp intending to kidnap a woman. He had the opportunity to kill her, but that wasn't his goal. He's not merely a thief, but also a kidnapper, a henchman who takes on various roles. Okay. Is that all? Case book. I am gonna leave this episode here though. First, I'm gonna exit the refugee camp. Because these people do not want me here, and I can imagine why. And also, I can also kind of get Sherry not being good at stuff like that. I mean, it was rude. He probably also was condescending. I can tell he was trying. I don't think he intended to be condescending. But you could easily see he was struggling with the subject matter. This is a very heavy subject matter. So I'm gonna leave this episode here. And I wish you all a very good day, good week, good month, good year, and a goodbye. Bye!